Kenneth Rooks at BYU. So taking the win here, PB as well?
Yeah, I PB'd by 7 seconds. Hopefully I didn't run too hard in the prelim, but yeah, I was feeling good, and it was a good race.
Yeah, I mean, did you know the PR was sort of in sight, like coming off that final time? Because you guys are kind of broken away. You knew you were going to make the final, right?
Yeah, well, because it was just like a qualifying race, I was seeing the splits. I knew we were going 67s at the beginning, and so I knew we were going to be on pace to run fast. But the second half of the race, I was just focused on like placement around me, just looking to get that qualifying spot. But when we had 100 meters to go and I saw the clock, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna PR by a ton.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was what was going through my mind in the race. I'm a little foggy still, but
yeah. Well, when you finish, are you thinking, oh, I'm totally exhausted? Or you think, oh, I might be able to bounce back, 2 days and still be all right?
I'll be able to bounce back. I mean, I think that the steeplechase, it tires you out whether you run fast or whether you run slow. So, I mean, even if I did run a little bit fast today, I didn't have to close that hard. I think I'm dealing with the same situation I would be even if I had ran maybe a little bit slower time. So I feel like I'm ready to bounce back in 2 days.
Yeah.
I just have to recover well.
Yeah. What was your goal coming into the meet?
I want to be top 5 in the final, which, well, I didn't know I could run 8:24 yet, but that was kind of my goals coming into the meet.
So does that change things, weighing the heat and running 8:24?
A little bit. It makes it a little bit more, I guess, realistic that I can be able to run that time and I can be able to get in the top 5. So.
How long have you been running the steeple?
I started back in 2019, but I went on a mission for 2 years, so I didn't run at all for 2 years, and then I came back and getting back into shape. I was not expecting to be in good enough shape to be able to compete at nationals, let alone be as good as I am. So I'm very grateful.
When did you get back from the mission?
I got back 11 months ago. Yeah, and I was it took a little bit for me to get back into shape. Like first good race I had was in January or February.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit to get back. So.
Well, I feel like I've talked to Ed before. He usually says redshirts guys.
Yeah.
The first year it takes them about a year, right? So that's I'd say that's fairly quick to get back in the shape.
Yeah, it's very quick. Yeah, most of the time, Coach Iceland has them wait a year, but it's also because I ran a year before I went on my mission, and I went to nationals before he knew that I might be able to get back.
Yeah.
So we just took it as it came, and I was in good shape, so I decided to travel instead of redshirt. So
yeah. And does steepling, is it any harder to come back to that with the barriers not having done them for 2 years than it would be for a flat event, you think?
I don't think it was that bad because it's a little bit of muscle memory and trying to remember. Plus we've been doing steeple drills since December.
Yeah.
So we are very used to the hurdles
Yeah.
and the barriers and all that stuff. So we've done it so many times. It's almost like you don't really think about it anymore. So.
And where was the mission?
I served in Uganda.
Whereabouts?
Uganda. I was in Kampala. I was in northern Uganda in Gulu. I was in eastern Uganda in Tororo. That's where I served there. I also I spent a little bit of time as a missionary in Orem, Utah. Because of COVID and everything, I had to get sent back for a little bit of time, and then I finished in Uganda.
You guys need missionaries in Utah? I feel like you got that pretty covered, right?
Yeah, well, there's still there's a lot of members there, but there's still people that are willing to, I guess, accept the gospel and who need the gospel. So, I mean, we do work with a lot of members of the church, but there's also people we just work with whoever really wants to listen to us.
Sure.
But it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes, but we actually find some success.
Yeah.
So it's good.
And what did you think of Uganda?
I really enjoyed Uganda. The people there are really awesome. They're really kind, and I really grew to love the people there.
Nice.
And it was awesome. And it's cool that I was able to get both of those experiences and see different aspects of serving the Lord. But yeah, it's good.
All right, well, congrats on the PB and good luck
Thank
in the
you.
final on Friday.